All right, so we have machine screws that go into the brass fittings. Then we have regular screws that go into plastic. Regular screw into plastic. Then we have a flathead machine screw that go into those slots. And then in the side, we have a flathead regular screw, not a machined screw. I think that should cover all the screws on the bottom cover. Okay, finally got everything stripped out. Don't forget that this wire tie goes right there. And we're ready to flip it over and do knob removal. Alright, here's what the knobs are. Make note of where the blue ones go. And I don't think that's the scroll button knob needs to come off. No, it doesn't. Okay. So everything from here over gets its knobs removed. 10mm nut driver. Perfect fit. There is no knob or no nut on the beat. All the other ones have nuts. You see that there's no thread showing. You can leave the knob on the crossfader because it doesn't come out. And there is no nut on the scroll load. These standoffs use 5mm nut driver. There's one there. One there. I see two up there. There's a little ribbon connector right there too. Make notes. Here's this little ribbon assembly. I think that's about it. I think that's the last of the tricky parts. All right, the standoffs over here are just a little bit shorter than the standoffs that go right in those two slots. I forgot there's a little standoff down in there. Well, that's kind of a bitch to get out. You kind of got to stretch these just enough to get the board to clear. But success, board is out. Now I can just replace those. All right, finally got the board out. Now it's time to solder in these. It's a dual-sided board, so if you don't know how to solder, don't solder these in because you'll screw up the traces. But you'll see that it's 4 pins on one side, 2 on the other. B10K. Alright, and in reassembling it, I did end up taking this switch out because there's a little burr sticking out. Put this side in first, and then this one will sit on here, and then you can jimmy it in there. This little ribbon does not need to be disconnected to take it apart, so I could skip that on the next one I do. It's very important that when you feed this in to not force it, but make sure all these buttons line up. You can't have any of them crooked or missing. Alright, here's the fader I used. The stem seems just a little bit longer than perfect, but otherwise it works pretty well.